I am Fredrik Ericsson, a ski mountaineer from Sweden, living in Chamonix, France.
We're at the Alpine Club of Pakistan, and they're going to ask us a few questions to make sure that we are qualified to go up and achieve our objective.
How much
to succeed in achieving your goal, that is to climb K2.
I agree with you.
This is the tragic and inspiring tale of Fredrik Ericsson, one of the boldest skiers the world has ever seen, whose ultimate dream led him to the slopes of K2, the Savage Mountain. But this isn't just a story about skiing or mountaineering. It's about obsession, risk, and the haunting line between pushing limits and going too far. Sit back and let us take you deep into the snow-covered ridges and death zones of one of the most dangerous mountains on Earth. Fredrik Ericsson was born in Sweden, a country of snow and serene forests where skiing is part of life from an early age. But Fredrik was never content with just carving turns down local slopes. He wanted more. He was drawn to the remote, the extreme, the unforgiving terrains where very few dare to go. As he grew older, skiing turned from a passion into an obsession. But not just any kind of skiing. He was deeply fascinated by ski mountaineering, the dangerous blend of high-altitude climbing and skiing back down from some of the world's tallest peaks. Ericsson had a goal, a daring, almost unthinkable goal, to ski down the three highest mountains in the world. Mount Everest, K2, Kangchenjunga. These mountains are notorious not just for their height, but for their lethal conditions. Climbing them is already a challenge that tests every cell of the human body. Skiing down them, that's something else entirely. Many called it madness. But to Fredrik, it was the ultimate expression of life, of adventure, and of living without regrets. His resume was already jaw-dropping. In 2004, he skied down Shishapangma in Tibet, and in 2005, he attempted Dhaulagiri in Nepal. These were high, technical, brutal mountains, but Ericsson showed he had the mental strength and skill to handle them. In 2007, he attempted Dhaulagiri again, but was forced to retreat due to avalanche danger. He was never reckless. He understood the mountains could turn against him at any moment. By 2009, he made his first attempt on K2, the second highest mountain on Earth, rising 8,611 meters into the sky. K2 is feared even among elite mountaineers. Unlike Everest, which is often criticized for being too commercialized, K2 remains wild, dangerous, and unpredictable. Known as the Savage Mountain, 1 out of every 4 climbers who tries to reach the summit dies. For Fredrik, skiing K2 would be the ultimate conquest. In 2009, he teamed up with Italian climber and skier Michel Fate. Together, they aimed to climb and ski the treacherous slopes of K2. It was a dream team of skill and ambition. But tragedy struck just days into their expedition. While descending from a training climb, Michel fell and was killed. The accident shook Fredrik deeply. Losing a partner on the mountain is not just emotional. It makes you question your own path, your own choices, your mortality. Fredrik retreated that year. He could have walked away for good. He could have gone home and left the idea of skiing K2 in the past. But the mountain still called to him. And he wasn't done. The next year, in 2010, he returned to K2 with a new partner, Austria's climber Gerlinde Kaltenbrunner. Gerlinde was a legend in her own right, aiming to become the first woman to climb all 14 8,000-meter peaks without supplemental oxygen. Their goals were aligned, though slightly different. She wanted to summit K2. Fredrik wanted to ski it. Together, they formed a powerful team, full of mutual respect and experience. The plan was ambitious. Climb via the Season route, summit K2, and then Fredrik would ski down the flanks of one of the deadliest mountains on Earth. On July 6, 2010, they reached Camp 3. The summit was in sight, figuratively and literally. But conditions turned deadly once again, forcing them back. Patience is essential on K2. Rushing can kill. On July 31st, they saw a break in the weather. It looked like their only shot. The forecast showed a narrow window, just enough time to attempt a summit push. At 2 a.m. on August 6, 2010, Fredrik and Gerlinde began their climb from Camp 4. They were at 8,000 meters, the so-called death zone, where the human body slowly starts to die from lack of oxygen. Most climbers use bottled oxygen at this point, but both Fredrik and Gerlinde climbed without it. This made the challenge even more brutal. As they moved higher, the mountain became more dangerous. The snow was soft and unstable. The wind was unpredictable. Somewhere above the bottleneck, a narrow couloir surrounded by massive seracs, Fredrik began to fall behind. He told Jurland he wasn't feeling well, but wanted to continue. Jurland moved ahead, while Fredrik took a rest. The plan was to meet at a certain point and continue the push together. But Fredrik never made it. At around 8,400 meters, on the steep slopes above the bottleneck, Fredrik Ericsson fell. It is believed that he slipped while attempting to fix a rope or while navigating the unstable snow. Witnesses say he tumbled several hundred meters down the mountain's sheer face. There was nothing anyone could do. K2 had claimed another soul. The news spread quickly through base camp and then around the world. Fredrik Ericsson, the bold Swedish skier who had dreamed of descending the world's most dangerous mountains, was gone. He died doing what he loved, yes, but the price was ultimate. In the end, Fredrik Ericsson didn't die in vain. His life and death serve as a reminder that pushing the limits isn't about being fearless. It's about understanding fear, dancing with it, and still choosing to move forward. Thanks for watching. If this story moved you, leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more unbelievable stories of courage, adventure, and the human spirit. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.